to the entertainment Talking Sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the matchup, Week 17, between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a matchup that I've really had circled on my calendar all year. Going into the season, I knew the New York Giants were at best an 8-win football team, if everything broke right. We're still in rebuild phase. The Philadelphia Eagles, all I heard all offseason, from Lord Brunson, from Philly 500, and I respect these guys, they're great video makers, from PFF, from ESPN, from Philadelphia Eagle fans, this team's going to go 13-3, 14-2. They're going to dominate the NFC. That's all I heard. And I knew they weren't. And I knew that this game was going to decide whether or not they made the playoffs, in my heart. And this week, the New York Giants, assuming that the Dallas Cowboys will beat the Washington Redskins, which I think they will, being that the Washington Redskins might be the worst team in football right now outside of the Cincinnati Bengals, the New York Giants have the opportunity to end the Eagles' season. And they have that opportunity to do it in Eli Manning's last game as a Giant. A team in which Eli Manning has struggled with really his entire career outside of the beginning. This team has beaten us the last 6 times we've played. They're coming into this game banged up. It's at MetLife Stadium. I assume a lot of Eagles fans will be there, being that they're not, far from the stadium and being that this game means everything for them. And nothing would make me happier than to get to watch this game on Sunday and get to see all the sad Eagle fans at MetLife Stadium when we beat this Philadelphia Eagles football team. And I don't want to just win this game. I want to blow them out. Now, I know a lot of people are, worried if we win, Pat Shermer might be back. We can't control that. And you know what? At the end of the day, if John Mara decision rests on one game at the end of the year where the Giants are 4-11, well, that's on John Mara. If he decides to bring him back, he decides to bring him back. I can't control that. But we have an opportunity to knock out the Philadelphia Eagles. And for those of you that say this means nothing, I disagree. This means something. The Philadelphia Eagles may not be that good this year. But I'll tell you what, in 2011, neither were the Giants. Giants snuck into the playoffs. They were 7-7 going into week 16. They won their last 2 games, and they went on a run. That team had one of the worst ranked running attacks in football that year. They had one of the worst ranked regular season defenses that year because of injuries. And they got healthy, and they got hot come playoff time. They had a home playoff game like the Eagles would week 1. They won that game. They went on the road to beat the 15-1 Packers. Well, the Philadelphia Eagles more than likely would play the Packers in the second round if they were to win. And the Eagles went into Lambeau Field earlier this year and beat them. So I'm not saying I'm predicting them to do this, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. And I don't even want it to be a slight possibility. This team has given me such heartache over the course of my life of being a New York Giants fan, whether it's the Deshaun Jackson punt return, whether it's the last 3 years of games in which the Giants just squandered away opportunities to beat this team, having to watch the Philadelphia Eagles win a Super Bowl 2 years ago with Nick Foles as their quarterback, in which he threw for like 450 yards in the Super Bowl, and they went on that miraculous run. I'm sick of the Philadelphia Eagles, and I cannot wait until we're back on top of this division where the New York Giants belong. But it's not going to be this year. But one thing we can do is make sure that they don't have a chance to win another Super Bowl. Yeah, the Cowboys will get in, but we both know Jason Garrett isn't doing anything as a head coach, and Dak Prescott's not going on the road and winning tough playoff games in cold weather. Carson Wentz could, even though he's never done it before. He was hurt for that playoff stretch. I think we all agree that Carson Wentz is a more talented quarterback than Dak, and the Eagles certainly are more capable of going on a run in the playoffs. The Giants can play with this team. They've proven it the last 3 years. They just haven't been able to close the door. If I was an Eagles fan, I'd be scared because this Giants team is playing their best football right now. Daniel Jones had his best game of the year last week. Although it was against the Washington Redskins, he still threw 5 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley is back to being Saquon Barkley, something a lot of teams haven't seen this year. And if Eagle fans remember correctly, Barkley tore them up the first 2 times that that he played this team last year, even though they were in losing efforts. And if Barkley could keep things going and Daniel Jones proves to be the quarterback he's shown, over a lot of the games this season, the New York Giants have a very good chance to beat the Philadelphia Eagles tomorrow. And nothing would make me happier. I'm not worried about Pat Shurmur. I'm not worried about next year. I'm worried about Sunday. I'm worried about ending the Eagles' season. Nothing would make me happier. In a season that has been beyond disgraceful. Bad loss after bad loss after bad loss. Give me something to be happy about to close out the year. Yeah, I'm happy about Daniel Jones, but ending the Eagles' season would be the cherry on top. This is our Super Bowl this year. It's sad to say that, but it is. And I hope the New York Giants go out there tomorrow and they blow the Eagles' doors off. Because I said it from the beginning of the year, this is an overrated football team, and they've proven to be that. But let's not give them a chance to go on a run in the playoffs. Let's end it tomorrow. I'll be rooting my ass off tomorrow in Bad Dog Stream as the New York Giants take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think the New York Giants got a very strong chance to win that football game. I'm not going to give you guys a prediction because there's no point. The Giants could be up by 20 points in this game with 10 minutes to go, and they've proven that they could lose it. We need to find a way to close the door. I don't care if we win by 1 or 100. Let's just win the football game, and let's end the Eagles season. Let's show some Giants pride. As always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe. Drop a comment. Maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.